After becoming class rank C, everyone was taken to mountain with other rank class for a new journey. Everyone in the bus were talking and chatting, and then the respected teacher came to announce why they have come here. So it was a training camp, and this time they will be mixed with different classes to boost the mental strength. And so they all got a little bit tense. Kiyotaka started to think that it would be difficult. We had to cooperate with other, and we have to win. Yukimaro read the whole instructions pages so that their class could not get expelled. The rules were simple. The person who loses will have to pick another person with him or herself, and they both will be expelled. While everyone was disturbed, Kiyotaka raised his voice by calming everyone and said them to ask him if they had any problem, and he will help them to overcome. They decided to make Suzune Horikita the girl representative so that they get aligned. As they reached their destination, everyone's phone was confiscated. Everyone was told to hold their luggage to the rooms and to make their groups on their own, which was a relief for the students. At night, they were all given their room, and there were 10 students in one room, which made them a little bit awkward, but they had no choice. Konji quickly gathered his stuff and picked the center of the room to sleep there, and then everyone had no choice to decide what spot to pick. Later that night, everyone gathered around the hall to have their dinner. Everyone was around. Kiyotaka went to Ikenos to ask you are never this exhausted. He also told to not make it rough for you, keep chilling. Later the next morning, a violin sound started to wake up everyone. The noise was very loud, and everyone had to get up, reach to the name call, so that the points does not get deducted. Everyone wake up and saw Konji was missing, and they get worried. But then he entered the class and told he was on a morning workout. Everyone said that it was a stupid way to go alone. Later that day, their task had started. There were unrealistic classes, and even meditation for them. They all had to run in the mountains, and everyone was getting tired. Later that afternoon, Yamachi tricked Sakayanagi, and she fall down, but she ignored him. Then Kiyotaka behind them asked her about her health, but she was a little bit dark about the situation, and she even threatened him that she will make loose one day. Later that night, Kiyotaka gave name to his friend so that she could keep an eye on few students. Kiyotaka and Yukimura met, and Yukimura wanted him to defeat Nagumo as he was dangerous and misuse his powers. Next day, they all went to track on the mountain, but Konji was doing some foolish stuff, and so Yukimura told him to stop, and he went behind him. But on the way, he got his leg injured, and as he was the leader, everyone carried him down so that they don't lose. Kiyotaka went behind Konji to stop him, but he saw he had already killed a boar, and they chatted around the competition that they have to win this at any cost. Later that night, everyone had the Feast of the Boar, and they all liked it. While they all were in bed trying to sleep, they also had the discussion about their life and told about each other's life. They also told Yukimura that you need to carry us in the writing test, and we will carry you on the marathon race. Later that day, everyone discussed how they will compete. Everyone in marathon, as Yukimura also had to run few distance as he was the leader. So the day came when the exam was started. The first test was Zen test. The second test was written, in which Yukimura helped the class. Third test was speech test, and the last and final deciding test was marathon. Everyone did their best, and the best runner carried the longest path, so Yukimura could run the minimum, and in the final Kiyotaka carried the whole team and finished the race. And so the result was getting announced, and they were told no boy has been expelled this time. Everyone passed the minimum requirement, and the highest points gained are by the A-rank class Manabu Horikita group. But in girls, a group was failed, and the group leader had to be expelled, and she had to select another group member to take her with them, and she decided to take Akane Takabana. She was in rank A class, so her class members were angry as Nagumo had planned this all along, as he was from rank B and was doing bad stuff to others so that he can expel a lot of students. But Manabu used his points and saved Takabana from expulsion and lost his points. Everyone saw the real face of Nagumo and how strong he was, that even he was the president of rank B classes. He won against rank A classes president. Kiyotaka knew that he was bad, but told his friend to stay away from Nagumo. He can do what is bad for us. Everyone had returned to the school, and the classes were started again regularly. Sakayanagi came to Nagumo to tell that she was going to attack on Hanami Ikenos, and so Nagumo told her to stay calm and don't let herself get in trouble. Later, Sakayanagi went to Class C rank class, and there she called out Yamachi and took her out to talk to him, and everyone knew it was a trick she is playing on her, but still he went out. Everyone talked about Harada. He has been dumped by a girl, and now he should have been called as he is more handsome. Later that day, Kiyotaka was called by a girl who wanted to know about Harada, as she wanted to date him, and Kiyotaka told her not to speed things up with him as he had just a breakup and he is a little bit sensitive and he gets hurt quickly. There another girl appeared, and she was a friend of Kiyotaka and joined them. Later that night, Suzune came to meet Kiyotaka and told she had some rumors about Ikenos as someone is making her bad. Kiyotaka thought about Sakayanagi as the one behind her, and they left the place. Later, Suzune, while bathing, thought about his brother and how she can be like her brother. So she went to Ikenos with Kiyotaka and warned her, but Ikenos knew them and told Sakayanagi is the one doing this. She told me that she is starting a war with me. Kiyotaka told both of them to stay hidden as she will make us look bad and we will lose to her. And so he left the room. Then Ikenos went out with Kiyotaka and she apologized to him because she wanted him to not to worry and take care of himself. While Kiyotaka reached his room, a call came to him which disturbed him. Next day in morning, everyone had a letter in the mailbox which said Ikenos is a criminal. Later, Masumi, a rank class student, came to meet Kiyotaka, and she wanted to talk about Ikenos and Sakayanagi. She also told that Sakayanagi is an evil girl, and she is secret of me that I was a shoplifter and she blackmailed me, and now she knows that Ikenos is also doing that. She asked help from Kiyotaka that helped me to get out of it. Then someone called and said to Kiyotaka that Kikayo has made contact with me, Nagumo. In the morning, everyone reaches the school and talked about did anyone got any chocolate from any girl, but seeing Harada getting a lot of chocolates just after breaking up from a girl, and every other girl is now after him made the boys jealous. Later, Kiyotaka, while going home, thought about Manabu and Nagumo, and on the way met with Kei, who had broken up with Harada, and Kiyotaka wanted to avoid her. Kiyotaka there wanted to confirm something from her, and showed her a number and wanted to know who has this number and asked her help. And he also said that the finals are coming and Kei asked his help, and he agreed to help her. Kei also gave a gift to him as it was Valentine's Day, and she had already broken with Harada. Hashimoto, looking them both silently, came out and confronted them as there was chocolate in Kiyotaka's hand also, and blamed him that he is Harada friend and going out with his ex. But Kiyotaka said I was just going, and she stopped me and asked some question. Later, Kiyotaka went to Ikenos to meet her. She had a cold and avoided him on the door, but she had to bring her in so no one sees him. Next day, when everyone reached class, there were a lot of rumors. Even Kiyotaka was on the list too, and he has a crush on Kei, but he denied. Yamachi in class blamed everyone about their rumor and made other felt bad. Later, everyone went to Sakayanagi that she is the one doing it all, and some other upper rank class came to hit Kiyotaka that he will be one to say those rumor, but he was also a victim, and so everyone dispersed. Later, Ikenos came to school and Sakayanagi came with her friend in the class to make Ikenos fall in guilt and wanted to make her look bad. But then Ikenos came in front to tell the truth, and then she told that every rumor about me is true, that I am a criminal. She told everyone that she was not like this in starting, but as she was poor and her mother collapsed, and when I was in need, I did a shoplifting and got what I needed. But when my mom was discharged from hospital, and she made me do right, and I returned the stuff back and stopped doing that a long way back. Later, his class, after listening to that, forgave her and knew what she had to do under those circumstances. But Sakayanagi was an evil girl and wanted her to be expelled right away. Later, the school teacher got involved in and said that now if anyone will spread any rumors will be punished accordingly. Later that day, Kiyotaka went to Sakayanagi and asked her why she is making him look bad. So she said that I wanted your attention and what to defeat you. Later, Kiyotaka met with the girl from which he was getting information, and in return gave her some of his own points. There, they talked about that Kiyotaka was the one who in start posted the rumors about Ikenos to make her come out of her deep secrets and tell everyone. As Kiyotaka was the mastermind of his class, he had many plans to look after and deal with everyone. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel.